Welcome to another escape route stream. I think I saw Nano there. The restream chat hasn't actually shown me what you said, but I think you're on YouTube, so I'll just double check on the live dashboard. A few technical issues, once again, as per usual. The main one being that my PC output decides sometimes to work and sometimes not to work, so I've had to deal with that today. If I nudge my PC at any time, the video feed might fail. And if that happens, I'll just have to keep nudging the HDMI cable live until we get an image, so that's going to be fun. Tales of propane and propane accessories. That was a terrible reading of your comment. Please forgive me for the abysmal butchering. Load selected data. Wow, there is a bit of a delay on the game output, more than usual. Down, up. Yeah, that's more than like 2 1/4. That's like 2 3/4. That is quite a delay. Hopefully the volume level's fine. I didn't fuck with that. Ooh, I'm getting screen flickering issues, but at least you're getting the game unaffected, so I'm gonna roll with it.
So the Duke's friend helped us when we fell into the sands of Kagor.
You mean the monster we ran into in Kados?
I've just noticed something weird. Up until now, when I was playing with the DualShock controller, the DualShock 4 on PC, I was getting Xbox inputs, but today I'm getting PlayStation inputs. Like, I'm trying to press the share button to access skits, but now it's the back button. It's actually now giving me PlayStation inputs. It wasn't before. Yeah, square, triangle. Weird! Weird! It's kind of unusual. I wonder if I left any of my hacking stuff in the game, or if I deleted it. Yeah, I left it. I got rid of it. I tried modding the PlayStation 3 costumes back into the game, but I couldn't succeed with it in the end. I tried really hard to make it happen, and I just couldn't. So I gave up on it. So, remind myself where I am. We had the princess captured. Even as the search for the princess continued, brave Vesperia was rocked by the news that Commandant Alexei of the Imperial Knights has been the true mastermind behind all the guild has dealt with so far. Jaeger also took the opportunity to reveal that the commandant had taken Esterlise with him to Bacteon. Bacteon, then. Well, at least we still got Baul. Welcome, Sushi! I know, it's crazy, a PC game is working. My mind is blown. I honestly think that it's time to replace my graphics card. It seems to me like a corroded HDMI output on the graphics card. Solution number one is to get a DVI to HDMI converter, which is one way to do it, I suppose, but the alternative would be just to get a better graphics card. It's about time I upgraded anyway. I'm chugging along with a 750 Ti. It's not exactly fantastic.
It looks like the battle against you is over, Flynn.
So when did you
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend more money, but you see, I'm not gonna have to do it straight away. If I can't output from the PC anymore for streams, then that's fine. I'll just stream from consoles. It's no big deal, and I'll just put up with a dodgy connector. And if I have to go from HDMI to DVI off on the graphics card because the DVIs are working fine, then that's just what I'll have to do. I'll have to go output DVI from the graphics card until I can afford to get a new graphics card. I just won't stream PC games, or if I do, I'll stream games on PC that I can run windowed and stream with XSplit. So I've got options. It's not like I can replace it straight away. Right now my hours at work are down because retail this time of year, there's literally no hours to go around. There's barely enough to actually support contracted hours. Next week I've got 1 hour above my contract. And I'm not complaining about that, because I know that's what retail's like. It's just a matter of fact that just like this week, next week's paycheck is going to be abysmal, and the week after the paycheck is going to be abysmal. I'm not going to see anywhere near decent, usable finance until late March. It's just the way it is. How old is your graphics card, just out of curiosity? 750 Ti. It's like, I want to say 5 years, the 750 Ti, at least. $750 Ti year. 2014. 5 years old. That was a very good guess on my part. So I have to remember where I'll find out information about Bacteon. I guess Darngrest would be a good place to try. It's sort of like the main hub of the game world. Or I could try the capital. Now I've got Flynn with me. Honestly, can't remember how I find Bacteon again. Was there anything in the synopsis to tell me? No, there isn't actually anything to tell me. Fine, I'll head to the capital, which is this way. I'll see if anything happens at the capital. An AMD RX 480. You know, an AMD is a good thing to consider, actually. I might actually consider the AMD. The reason why is because AMD actually works better for some emulators and stuff I would really like to fuck around with, like Sega Naomi emulators tend to run better on AMD cards than on Nvidia cards. And of course AMD is, as far as I understand it, cheaper than Nvidia, generally. It's very good compatibility. The reason I went with Nvidia was because at the time the 750 Ti was cheap as fuck. And compatibility was good when I got the 750 Ti. It was about 3 years ago I set myself up with a computer, built this computer myself, had all the bits and put it together. Which was my first time doing that with all the bits of a computer from scratch. Before I've bought pre-existing builds and then put a graphics card in them. This was my first time actually doing it by hand. And I learned a lot through that process. Like, just how much goes into actually building a computer. The tsunami, yeah, that was around about the time that they were going to bring Otomedius Excellent to Europe, and they canned it because of the tsunami. In Japan, they canned the European release of Otomedius Excellent. Since then, I bought the Japanese version and played it on my Japanese Xbox 360, and the name is a lie. Otomedius Excellent is not excellent. Not even close. If it planted me in the desert... where the fuck do I go? Let's head back to the desert. That's this way. Might be worth trying, Mantake. Woof, woof, woof. Dog of the day. Dog of the day. Or is that frog of the day? That's right. It's frog of the day. Woof. Woof, woof. Okay. But in all seriousness, I need to know where the fuck I'm going. So I'm actually going to look this up. Bacteon. Princess taken. Bacteon Vesperia. Woof woof woof. Woof woof woof. The second I grab the frog, she stops. Go on, you can do it. Bacteon is to the southeast of Nordopolica, not too hard to find, a bit further southeast after Egerthor. Close to Egerthor Forest. Okay. So I'm going straight to... I think I missed the chance to get the memento. I'm going to have to do it on my next playthrough. Hey Yarby, hey Dog of the Day. Hi Draven. Right, so Bacteon is on Hyponia near Egerthor Forest. This way. Good day, Sush. Oh. Something happened. Look over there! Well, Patty, I'm just very happy to see you.
It's the Heracles. Did Alexei send for it?
Oh, it's a full motion video. It's going to be on the content ID. I'm going to get content ID'd. Repeat, Scott. Oh. Yarby, no, too soon. What? What's too soon? What?
Alexei's still trying to get Apathea, it seems.
I'll let you know that Patty is actually a lot... Every hole's a goal.
It looked like it got away, though.
Yeah, it looked like it was forced into those ruins.
Those ruins definitely appear to be the temple Bacteon.
I wonder what Alexei's plotting this time.
It doesn't matter what Alexei's planning to do.
Right, we're just here to rescue Estelle.
But if we get too close like this,
Dead.
we'll end up like a stall.
Let's land a little bit away from it and approach on the ground.
Yes, let's go to Bacteria. I mean Bacteon. The Forgotten Shrine. Bacteon.
Alexei!
Jaeger, that useless worm. Can't he even...
I'm going out to swat a couple of bothersome flies.
Alexei, what have you done to Lady Estellise?
Oh, you know, stuff.
Give Estelle back! Estelle, come on!
Estelle!
Wait. Estelle!
No matter.
Oh, poor Estelle.
Fury! Everyone!
All we need is someone to rip those sound effects out. We can make it work.
As you can see, the princess's life will fade each time she uses her power. If you care for her, then do not interfere further.
Alexei! You bastard.
Oh shit, did we get captured? Are we in trouble? Oh.
Captain, are you okay? Captain!
Is it the Flynn Brigade? It's Sodia, best girl!
Doing here?
After we left, we picked up the Heracles' movements. Prince Yoder dispatched us, saying that you could probably use our help.
That little prince never could mind his own damn business.
Well, what about you and all that pathetic bluster and bravado?
Sorry, but unlike you well-bred aristocrats, I'm not perfect. Hey, you guys alright?
Whenever I see the little robot Patty on Rapide's head, it just makes me smile.
What are they?
They came to save us. Apparently Yoder told them to.
Alexei's inside the temple. Let's hurry up.
Yes, ma'am.
Captain, please come with us and return to His Highness's side at once.
Sodia?
It is difficult for me to say this, but this place is far too dangerous. The one we most need to protect for the sake of the Empire right now is
For the sake of the Empire right now is Brit!
I know that. I know that, as a knight, that is what I should be doing. I know that all too well.
Then!
But this is something I need to do myself. For Her Highness, and for Alexei. Please, let me go.
Please release me, let me go.
But
Take us there.
Oh no, Sodia didn't like that. She must think we're corrupting Yuri's mind.
how can someone
How
like
can
you...
someone like you?
How can the captain possibly consider someone like you his...
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because unlike you, I don't spend all day kissing his ass. Huh?
Our captain is the ideal to which we all aspire. He's the epitome of an
He's
imperial
also
knight.
incredibly attractive.
And yet,
And yet...
for some reason, when he's with you, he's not himself. Just like this last time.
Whatever. If you're looking for someone to have a heart-to-heart with, go bug Applehead over here.
Not her. His name is Witcher, thank you very much.
We don't have time to sit around and play guidance counselor for you.
Applehead?
That's it!
Sodia! No, don't! Sodia!
Listen well, Yuri Lowell.
I need to have a reason to hate you so I can stab you at the end of this dungeon.
Your very existence is hurting our captain.
Oh yeah, and what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh? Huh? Walking off like that, have you no shame, coward?
She's pretty intense.
All right, now we've done everything we came here to do. We ask that you please take care of the captain.
Platoon, fall out! We must hurry to rejoin the brigade!
Yeah, that's right, fuck off.
Yuri!
Come on.
Yes,
we have to
sir.
catch up with Flynn.
Right. If she's forced to use her power, then it'll be too late to save her or fix the air.
That bastard! Using her like some kind of tool!
Only I get to do that!
He's gonna pay!
He's gonna pay legal fees.
Come on!
If we don't go after Alexei, that Antilakea we saw is gonna wind up in Apatheia.
Even from this far away, Astal's wounds look terrible. He might not hold out much longer.
I guess not even the Antilocheia are a match for Heracles.
Maybe that was Alexei's reason for building it in the first place.
Naturally. There's no way he'd need something that powerful just to take care of the guilds.
Whatever the case, we have to catch Alexei and stop him before it's too late for Astal.
For Astal, Estelle, and boobly boo, and bibbly bee, and boobity boobity boo, bibbity bobbity. How am I doing for, oh, 15. Onwards!
Prince Yoder was thoughtful to send his knights to help us.
To help us? Don't you mean to help Flynn and Estelle?
Coming here is reckless enough, but sending help is even crazier. Doesn't that little prince understand his own position?
That's the kind of person His Highness is. I'm sure that what's happened has caused him exceptional grief.
Are you referring to Estelle? Or perhaps Alexei?
Both. Let's hurry.
Hey, slow down.
What are you saying? This is no time to be taking it easy.
We don't have any clue where enemies could be lurking, so calm down.
You're right. I apologize. Yuri, you guys are much more level-headed than...
Don't worry about it. We're all in this together here. Patty, are you okay?
Yeah, Patty. I'm just admiring the cat. I think I synthesized it. Might not have, it might have been part of the accessory set. But the cat is the best thing I did. In this whole game, the best thing I've done is the cat.
I'm okay. I'm extremely okay. Come on, Estelle's waiting for us. Let's hurry.
It does seem off for her not to have a quirk like she does in the Japanese version. Every sentence she was like Nanoja, Naja. There's no quirk with the English voice actress. It's not terrible, but it's too high pitched and there's no quirk.
It is true that the knights employ guilds.
It's like an alternate universe Patty.
We don't know whether Ifrid worked for him, right? In any case, that conversation's on the back burner for now. Let's go. How much does Alexei know about the Apatheia?
I only heard that a terrible power dwells within them. If the Union gains possession of them, the guilds will be able to resist the Empire in actual war. That's why the knights were sent to gather and watch over them.
To the point of kidnapping Estelle and bringing out Hermes Blastia?
Alexei has wicked plans for the Apatheia.
But what exactly are those plans?
Alexei is still after the Antilocheia Estelle.
Astal is the Antilocheia from before.
Anyway, let's
Hashtag headcat for Prime Minister.
guy and then make him talk.
Right. We should hurry.
I'd support anybody becoming... Oh my god. Dog of the day. More like frog of the day, am I right? Okay, we're good. Why can't I move? Semi-auto. Why can't I move? What's going on?
I'm so gonna make you hurt.
I can move around on the map, but as soon as it gets to a battle, I can't control? The hell? Of course. Of course. There would have to be something, wouldn't there?
Concentrate our efforts.
The menus are fine. Moving around on the map is fine. But controlling in battle is not possible. Okay. Okay. I got a theory. It's a crazy theory. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I'm not even sure where it is. No, not round there. Not over there. Come on. Okay, we'll try something else. This is going to be very nuts, but it might just work. It's not the first time I've tried something this crazy. I reckon my inability to fight in battle is related to the controller all of a sudden showing PlayStation prompts and not Xbox like it was before. So I got another theory. What are you doing? Dog of the day. Why don't I have the controller configuration? Well, you're... Here we go! Ole, ole, ole! Steam's main controller settings. Okay. Mouse and keyboard it is.
You never did give me an explanation. What were you thinking about when you sealed off Nordopolica and the Wiesent of Cottus?
I was following Alexei's orders.
And was using trained monsters his order too?
Likely so. But being unaware of the nature of my subordinates was my error. I'm not fit for command.
At least you understand your mistake.
I swear that I will correct that mistake.
Can we go back to the world map? So I can try something else. Well, I'd rather not use keyboard and mouse, to be honest with you. Tab, tab. Do 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 do. Okay. Come on, Steam. I have no idea why that setting was turned off, because I was using it before. Select. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay. For some reason, the Switch support was disabled even though I had previously enabled it. Now it's working. Now I could take a screenshot with the Switch screenshot button. I could access the options with this. Oh, that's confirm button. Ooh. Okay. That's not quite right. So long as I can shoot the ring with square, I'm fine. No, that's okay. Why are these off? Why are those off? Weird. It behaves now.
You still look troubled to me. Alexei is rotten to the very core. Trusting him is pure folly.
I understand that. His actions cannot be forgiven. But...
No buts about it. This is no time for doubt. You can see Alexei clearly now, Flynn.
You're right. You're more mature than I thought.
Am I? First time I've ever heard that.
I need to be steady myself, too.
Aye. Plant your feet on the deck and bring down Alexei.
Aye, aye.
Right.
Right, okay. Buttons are working now. Yay. Why was I having so much complication with something so simple? Okay, we're good now.
Watch my back.
Yeah, everything's working as it should now. How long into the stream and we're still having technical issues? You would have thought that everything's supposed to work out of the box, right?
Oh.
Apparently it doesn't work that way. I'm still getting these screen cutout issues that I was getting yesterday, but it's a hassle for me, not a hassle for you watching, so I can't be bothered to try and fix it.
If only I had been near Lady Esteli so that I could defend her.
That wasn't in the cards. She chose to travel with us.
I guess you're
Yeah,
right.
if I tried to fix this screen cutting out issue that I experience, I think I could make the output issue worse, and then we'd have no stream. So
Something going on between Yuri and
I'll take what I can get. Yeah, I can still see it, but basically, sometimes during screen transitions, what will happen is my monitor will briefly turn off for about a second. It's jarring for me, but unless it starts happening randomly during gameplay, it's not going to be an issue. Then you would have to stream your face. But there, for example, it cut out. you might have seen briefly the light on my face cut out and then come back on. It's just an unfortunate thing that has always seemed to happen with me and HDMI output on devices, and I've never ever been able to identify why it happens. I honestly don't know, but it only ever fucking happens to me. Because the universe hates me or some shit. Random fall! I can see it in your glasses. I can see it in your eyes. Take one look and die!
That's over.
Now, it didn't happen on that fade out from battle, but it happens on some fade outs from battle. Like, it's not even a consistent problem. That's what really bugs me, is if it happened consistently, it's fine. But intermittent faults are the hardest to fix. Because just because you stop having a problem doesn't mean it's fixed. It just comes back later. And it's worse. It rears its ugly head at a time when it's not convenient. I sat down to stream this evening. Like, okay, I've cooked my pizza and eaten my pizza. I'm feeling good. It's time for a stream. And then my PC stops outputting. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's happened again! So I'm sat behind my PC for like 10 minutes, constantly HDMI out, HDMI in, HDMI out, HDMI in, until I actually get a fucking result. It's frustrating beyond measure when there's no predictable nature to the fault that you're having. It's the worst kind. Because you can't apply normal methods of troubleshooting to fixing it. Yeah, I think it's the HDMI port. Because the graphics card is fine. You can see it's running this game with no hassle whatsoever. No, like, flickering textures or like, mile-long vertices or anything like that. None of the giveaways that the graphics on your graphics card are fucking up. So it's not that. It has to be the HDMI port. It has to be the connector. Either corroded or just damaged over time or just given up. It has to be the connector. Like, there's no other logical reason. Game faded out in blue. Well, I haven't fixed the delay. I should probably do that, actually. Because that doesn't require any heavy lifting or pulling cables out. Now my voice is completely out of sync with my webcam. Whoa! Spooky! And now my voice and webcam are in sync. And they'll be in sync with the game as well. Azure Blast! I don't know. I mean, I don't think you can output sound via DVI, right? But I could probably get a DVI to HDMI adapter that would take an audio input. In which case I could just go out from the headphone port on the back of my PC. So I've still got options. I don't have to replace the graphics card. But I probably should replace my graphics card soon, because I very much doubt that a 750 Ti is going to run Crackdown 2. Even though it looks like shit, I very much doubt it's going to be able to run it. I'm looking forward to Crackdown 3. It's what, like 4 days away or something? It's not long, is it? Probably not going to be able to afford it, though. Why don't you get Xbox Game Pass? It works on PC with the Microsoft Store. It's only $10. And you can play it with Windows 10 store games. You have access to crack. Well, it is an option, but I don't know. The Xbox Game Pass makes more sense if you actually have an Xbox. You know?
The last room looked like this too.
All these rooms look the same. I wonder if they're all like this.
I'm gonna go check out what's ahead.
Repeat.
I've heard that this kind of construction is intended to humble visitors, so this must be the approach to the shrine.
We don't really have time to be dawdling.
It's okay. Relax.
The 15th. Alright, so a little while yet.
The rooms all look the same from here on out. Repeat's sense of smell doesn't seem to be working too well either.
I'm actually tempted, because I sold my Xbox One, I don't have an Xbox One to play Crackdown 3 on. But my brother has an Xbox One, and he doesn't play it. So I might be able to convince him to lend me his Xbox One, so I can then get the Xbox Game Pass and play Crackdown 3.
I see.
That sounds like a good plan.
Here, use these. Let's make a map as we go.
You're always so well prepared.
Carol, can you do this?
Yeah, I'm good with maps. Leave it to me. We'll be in a lot of trouble if you mess up, you know. Don't say that. Come on, everything will be fine. Probably.
Yay, let's make a map. Okay, we have a map. Let's go. To the Batmobile, let's go.
Watch my back.
Is that another thing I haven't scanned yet? Oh, for the... Oh! Fucking dog. We have a Mr. Tumble. Do we? Do we, Sushi? Do we have a Mr. Tumble? Hello! It's me! Mr. Tumble! Hoo-hoo! Hey kids! Remember to brush your teeth! Hoo-hoo! Can you sign teeth? Okay. You can't say I'm not prepared for my live streams. I'm a bit too well prepared for my life. I'm just making sure I can see where my mask is if anybody subscribes today. I should really get a Dr. Rabbit as well. Can you sign teeth, like writing on his teeth? I suppose. Can I sign your teeth? Wait. Wait, motherfucker.
The secret of my strength is a secret.
The secret of my strength is a secret. The secret to this life and where you keep it. Imagine if Mr. Tumble and Fernando Fortescue did a song together. Oh, fuck. Are you saying you want that? Are you saying you want that to be a thing?
Hold still. I'll make this quick.
Because I could make it happen. But I don't think you really want what you're saying you want. Initialize! Can you sign initialize?
We show no
Initial
mercy.
D!
We just rip them apart.
D. I told you the story about the initial D, the Tokyo Pop DVDs, right? They have English language tricked out version and the Japanese original version on the same disc for all three of the movies. So, like, it would be one disc and it will be the Japanese version of the movie and the English version of the movie. Because they fucked around with the video and the audio so much, they actually have to have two separate versions of the movie on each disc. They can't just change an audio track. It didn't occur to them that, you know, that might be an issue when they were fucking around with it. To make their own unique version of the Initial D films. Yeah, they call it the tricked out version, which is a very nice way of saying the bastardized version. It's a very nice way of saying it. Oh, we can equip an accessory on him. Gald. Sounds good. Let's have him on my team. We need more money. I think the only episode of Initial D I've ever watched was the first episode of the first series. Well, that's more Initial D than I've watched. I also have the live-action Initial D movie on DVD. Initial D Drift Racer. Yeah. I believe it was Cantonese, I want to say, the live-action Initial D movie. Either way, it has English voice and the original voice as audio tracks. The English audio track has, like, drum and bass music, and the original track has the Eurobeat music.
That's over.
It cut out there. Yeah, I did see it in my glasses very briefly. D is for Initial D! I sent you a D-mail! Speaking of D-mail, I watched the Steins Gate movie today. I had a lot of chores I needed to do. Clothes washing, washing up pots and pans, the worktop and the floors in the kitchen. So I watched the Initial D movie today. It was okay. I think the best thing about the Steins Gate movie was that it was based on the ending of the original anime, which is, you know, the best story. Would you recommend skipping the TV series and watch the movies instead? What, for Initial D? No idea. I would say the TV series is probably worth watching, just stick with the Japanese. Oh, was the Steins Gate movie good? It was very good, and because I was watching it in the English dub, I could do the chores at the same time. So I didn't have to sacrifice doing chores. I could do the chores and watch the Steins Gate movie. And it was very good. Well, it was okay. It wasn't terrible, let's put it that way. Steins Gate and Initial D. I haven't watched the Initial D movie, so I don't actually know if it's any good. Oh Lord! It's the dog of the minute! Can you sign dog? D-O D-O-double-G. S-N-O-O-P-D-O-double-G. I specialize in the girls getting naked. So I found out the other day by watching the VOD of Vinny's Sega Zelda stream, where he was streaming games that were like Sega's answer to The Legend of Zelda, that in Solier, aka Ragnar Senti, aka Crusader of Senti, the dog in the game says bow wow wow yippee-o yippee-a when you talk to it. I was almost insulted by the Snoop Dogg reference. It was such a cheap joke, and the localizers went for such a cheap-ass joke. I was like, come on, you guys are better than that! Think the dog is yapping, I love Mr. Tumble. I don't know.
Are you thinking of what you're going to do when you meet Alexei?
I'll most likely have to fight him.
Sounds like you've made up your mind.
To be honest, I can't believe it even now. No, I think it's really that I don't want to believe it. I looked up to him for so long. I've desperately hoped that this was just some kind of mistake.
Some kind of mistake? He flipped the fucking bird at you, stole your girl away from you, and went, ho ho ho, I have a stupid voice. It's definitely not a mistake.
Sorry, but I already know the answer to that.
It's me, Alexei. Ho ho, I'm a shit.
I know. Besides, the way he has treated Lady Estellise can't be explained away as simply a mistake.
Since Soy and Cat show their cats on the webcam, do you think you'll show your cat? Yes. Oh, not my frog, sorry. You want to see my cat? Okay. Tell me I'm not prepared for my live streams. I got my own Gigi right here. His name's Gigi. He's from he's from Kiki's Delivery Service, the Ghibli film. All right, good.
No objection there.
Hey, Sir Flynn.
Sir Flynn, Sir Flynn Flan. Flim Flam, that's what we eat on planet.
You can just call me Flynn. What is it?
Flynn, you, know what Yuri's done, don't you?
Yes, I'm fully aware that Yuri killed Kumor and Rago, and also ruined my birthday party when I was 4.
You mean what he did to Rago and Kumor?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to arrest Yuri. At least, not right now.
Then you mean you're going to arrest him after you bring Estelle back to the capital?
He'll never show us the ambulance, but we'll know it's there. Yeah. The dog definitely exists. It's the bane of my existence. Okay, she's not that bad, but yeah. We're talking about cats. I got another cat actually. I got another cat right here. His name's Jabanian. Okay, he's a very good cat. He has the paws of fury, which is his most powerful move. It's actually a very nice sculpt. That's the thing about these Hasbro toys, is they're actually really nice sculpt. It's a shame Yoko Watch didn't really take off in the UK the same way it did everywhere else. Because we've got some cool-ass toys and merchandise over here.
Under Imperial law, the things that Yuri has done are serious crimes.
Serious crimes.
After all, he killed 2 of the Empire's leading figures out of a personal grudge.
Serious crimes.
Yuri's a criminal! God, that turns me on even more.
A personal grudge? But Yuri was...
But Yuri was... a murderer. A cold-blooded murderer. And he'd murder too. He'd murder you too. The band.
I know. Yuri certainly didn't do those things for his own sake, but that's how the law works. The corruption in the Empire is entirely irrelevant here.
Are you perhaps in doubt? Confused about which way is right?
If you're ever confused about which way is right, put your hands out in front of your face. The one that makes an L is the left! There you go. Now you know.
I don't know. Is what I'm feeling doubt? Or is it...
Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna get left behind, you know.
Sorry.
My, she's scary. Let's go.
Yeah, why you gotta complicate things, Flynn? Yuri killed Rago and Kumor, yes, but he did it for very good reason.
I feel like an easy win.
Let us take caution.
To be fair, they were both being controlled by Kumor, but he didn't know it at the time. Not Kumor, Alexei. How could Kumor be controlled by Kumor? You know what I need? I need a beer. But I don't have any non-alcoholic beer right now. We only get anime DVD and Blu-ray here, as well as Netflix and similar. I guess that means anime is considered alternative entertainment here. It's definitely harder to get hold of anime. Yes, I'll give you that. But it's not impossible, as indicated by how much my anime collection has grown in the past year. Basically, around a year ago was when I got Dragon Ball GT Seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. That started my anime collection. Over the course of a year, I have collected so much anime and Asian cinema that it baffles and blows my mind just how much I actually own, and how much I continue to pick up. More stuff I didn't know existed. Oh, anime's much better than the shit that's on TV. Yeah, mostly from CEX, and there was a charity shop haul last year in the summer where I picked up... I bought about £45 worth of anime DVDs out of a charity shop. It was actually £70 worth, but it was on buy one, get one free. And those DVDs were mostly American and would cost 40 to 50 each to import. There was stuff like Gundam and the entire Cutie Honey box set and like all this rare and unusual shit from Discotheque Media that would otherwise be impossible to get in the UK, and it was all in this one charity shop. I walked in and bought like 4 carrier bags worth, then went to the pound shop and bought 2 really strong reinforced bags, went to a coffee shop and emptied all the DVDs from the carrier bags into the 2 big sturdy bags. And even after I'd done all that, it was like 5 minutes before the job interview for the job that I have now. So I went into my job interview elated because of all the anime DVDs I found. It was like, whoa! What? That was a good time, actually, because that day was great. Because not only did I get the we want you for the job no more than 30 minutes after I'd had the job interview, but during that time I got all those DVDs from the charity shop, and the Pokemon Marathon was in full swing on Twitch. That was such a good week. That was such a good week. Because it was like the Gold and Silver episodes, which I had only seen a few of. Damn, that was... Do something that's really awesome right before your job interview. I know, right? Employers want to see you... employers want to see you bubbly and... You know, they want to see you on a good day. So before your job interview, do something that really... that really gets your juices going. I'm not saying go and fap in a public toilet. I'm not saying that, but yes, I am. But I don't want to discuss anything outside of surface level work comments, because I don't want anything I say that is not meant in any negative way to be misconstrued as negative. So I will simply answer that question as yes, I work at Wilco, and leave it at that. My employer has not changed. This screen cutting out thing is pissing me off, but not enough to try and fix it. Like, the only thing I might try is maybe putting the cable in a different part of the monitor, but I'm not sure. No, I'll put up with it. You use a Wilco razor instead of a Gillette razor. That's wise. Gillette seems to think that men are born inherently evil. That men are, by their very nature, rapists and murderers. At least according to their recent advert. If a company wants to tell me that by being a man I am bad, however, if I buy Wilco razors I can be good, not Wilco razors, Gillette razors, that I can be a good person if I buy their razors, well, I don't like being lectured to by a company. If a company tells me, you can be good, you can be saved if you buy a Gillette razor, then my answer to them is, well, I don't want to be saved. You know? If you're gonna talk to me like I'm a piece of shit, then, you know, I'm not gonna buy your products. End of. Gillette used to be the best a man can get. Now it's the best a man can be. I'll tell you what the best a man can get is. Anything other than Gillette. Wow, I actually had a screen cut out there on the... during a battle. That was during gameplay. That worries me.
That's over.
If it's during gameplay, I can't ignore it. But I do want to save money, so I'll buy less expensive things. Exactly. Right now, when I'm, like, hungry before work, could I go to Greg's and spend £3.15 on a sandwich and a hot drink? Yeah, I could. Could I go to McDonald's and buy a meal? Yeah, but it's going to be, like, £7 by the time I've customized it. So, what's the alternative? I can get a pot of porridge out of work for either £1 or 50p. I can get a bag of nuts. I can chuck the bag of nuts into the porridge, and then I have seeded porridge. And the energy from that is far better than anything I would get out of fast food. And it's cheaper. It's no more than £2 to make that. And the coffee at work is free. So it just makes more sense to... It just makes more sense to save money than it does to... Yeah, the chippy, though, is going to be, again, close to £10. This is Canterbury we're talking about. Very, very expensive to eat in Canterbury. Though, to be fair, the chippy in that part of town is the best chippy in Canterbury. Constantly wins awards. Oh, I just had the screen cut out again! Oh, that's frustrating. It's like, oh, is it going well? Alright. Fuck with you. Fish and chips out of that one is... 7 something. Admittedly, not a lot, but a lot more than, say, I would want to spend on fish and chips. Oh, gotta learn the minimum strength skills. Oh, not keen.
I feel like an easy win.
One shot should do.
Oh, believe you me, they are very good fish and chips. They knock it out of the park. In Canterbury, you can't get better fish and chips than those. It's called the City Fish Bar, and their stuff is phenomenal. So good. I like how all the save points in this dungeon are green books. Green books heal you when you run into them. The screen keeps cutting out and it drives me mad. I'll try not to comment on it every time it happens. But it's happening every other screen transition.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
I'm taking you down. To funk you down. I think Canterbury's not a bad place to visit, maybe for a day. But as a place to work regularly, not so sure.
It's the Royal Guard.
It's the Royal Guard.
That has to mean we're on the right track.
That has to mean we're on the right track.
Good call, Carol. Estelle's got to be back there somewhere.
Stop repeating me.
You're a captain, aren't you? Can't you tell them to get out of the way?
The Royal Guard doesn't obey anyone but the Commandant.
We don't have much time. Let's make this quick.
Yeah, fuck you, Royal Guard.
Easy win. One shot should do.
It's not quite one shot, but I can see where Paddy's coming from. I don't think I've ever lived anywhere I'd recommend people live. I know, right? Everywhere's got something wrong with it. Nowhere is great. There's not one place that's flawless to live in. Even somewhere like idyllic Paradise Town.
They know each other way too well.
Yeah, it's 10 quid. It's not quite 10 quid. It's like £7 something for fish and chips. But it's really, 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 really nice stuff.
I don't know what this is, but it looks complicated.
This is a barrier that's been locked up somehow with an encrypted formula.
Can you open it?
It uses an ancient technology that's barely been studied at all.
An ancient technology? You mean like... Quick, think of ancient technology. You mean like... free webs?
Even I've only seen something like this in books. I couldn't even guess how long a thorough analysis might take.
Fair enough. So it's kind of expensive across the board in cities. I never really considered it, but I suppose it's city prices, so Swansea would be the same.
I'm guessing we can't just force our way through.
Locks usually
Assuming Swansea is a city.
easily broken into.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, how do you think Alexei got through here?
He probably forced the lock using Estelle's... the power of the Child of the Full Moon.
Which means he made her use her power again.
Lady Estelise's power.
Lady Estelise's power! Who are you, and how do you know my name? The answer is yes and no.
Someone's here.
Duke, why are you here?
It's Duke! It's Dooku! It's Count Dooku!
You. How is the young lady, the Child of the Full Moon?
She's dead, and it's your fault.
Alexei's got her somewhere up ahead.
I see. So he has made his move.
Are you here because of him too?
The air crene in this region has become severely imbalanced. I have come to restrain it.
By restrain, you mean you actually have a way to do that?
To quiet the air crene, the cause of the imbalance must be removed.
It's Dane Nomos, the magical sword. Welcome, Jub. Jub 8891
Just come out and
FM.
say it. You mean kill Estelle?
What? That's enough. What is it with blaming all the world's problems on a single girl?
Well, I blame all the world's problems on Anit. Stream cuts out. Banned from Twitch.
An unstable Child of the Full Moon cannot be ignored.
You're as hard-headed as Pharaoh. I thought as a human you'd see things differently.
Our common bond as humans is nothing. A single life cannot be privileged over the fate of the world.
Makes a valid point.
Yeah, never mind that without a bunch of those single lives, there'd be no world.
He also makes a valid point.
Listen, she may be a bumbling, sheltered excuse for a princess, but she's one of ours. She's none of your concern. So back off.
Oh! Oh, that gives me shivers.
Do you say that knowing just how great a threat her existence poses?
What we know has got nothing to do with it. Our motto is always do what's right. And if that means having to get up close and personal with you, then so be it.
Very well. The time has come to show me the resolve that so impressed Pharaoh. This is Dane Nomos. It is the only manner in which the air may be quieted.
Yes! We got Dane Nomos, guys.
Raise it and calm your mind. The sword will take care of the rest.
Dane Nomos.
Duke, wait! Dane Nomos. That's the name of the sword of the Imperial line that's been missing all this time. What are you doing with it? Why does something like that have the power to control the air? Who are you?
I'm the main bad guy. I just haven't been revealed as the main bad guy yet.
Go, before you are too late. Soon you will learn for yourselves the true weight of the burden borne by the Entelekea.
He's a cool guy, but way too moody.
If my memory serves me right, we also ran into him in Gasparost. Who is he?
Dane Nomos is the sword, the Imperial sword that's been missing for generations, or some shit.
Come on.
That formula. It's just like Estelle's. So that sword really is...
Ooh. No, not Dine Nomos. Dane Nomos. Like Sensei EI Japanese pronunciation. Dane Nomos! Woohoo! I got Dane Nomos! I got Dane Nomos! All things considered, got Dane Nomos, I must say! Got Dane Nomos! Nothing. Ooh, Bastion. Changes Crushing Eagle to Guardian Field. Ooh. Super Chain. Trigger a Mystic Art with over limit 3 or above. Mystic Art! Hold B after an Arcane Art or above. Oh, shit! Oh! Oh, so that's how I do it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, but I was learning something, wasn't I? Just who is Duke?
Dane Nomos, the child of the full moon, the resolve that impressed Pharaoh? Just who the hell is this Duke guy?
Well, judging from what he says, it seems he's in contact with Pharaoh.
And he has the sword Prince Yoder's been looking
You should sing in falsetto voice more often.
Yeah, but why would he just lend us something as important
No.
as Dane Nomos? I thought he was stubborn, but maybe
No?
he's actually willing to listen to reason.
I wouldn't get my hopes up about that.
We just have to do what we can for now.
Yeah, let's hurry.
Let's hurry and get the chest. You've already got a tent. What's the point of giving me a tent when I can't use one down here? Oh, it's just a limit bottle. I came all this way for a limit bottle. Oh, that is the limit of what I'll put up with. That is the limit of what I'll bottle up. Ah, you see what I did there. Oh, it's so funny. Ooh, more enemies here as well. I'm not going to have them backstab me. There we go.
There are too many.
Wipe him out in one shot.
There's too many.
We're done.
We're done! WinV! Don't I already have a WinV though? Yeah! Got like 3 WinVs. What I get for crafting it early. End up with more of them than I'd ever need.
I can't believe this is Dane Nomos, the proof of Imperial secession.
I guess that means you're a king now, Yuri.
Yuri, you can become the Emperor.
There we go.
This is just for decoration. I wouldn't want to be the Emperor even if I could.
You're so young, yet you have no ambition.
Says the little girl playing dress up.
Ding 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 ding.
The lost proof of Imperial succession. When you get down to it, the loss of that sword was the source of all the fighting over the succession to the throne. Was Duke really the one who stole it?
Hey, give me a break. Don't go saying the Imperial Knights are gonna claim this sword.
I know. This isn't the time for that.
Duke went around using that sword to control Air Crane.
Oh, so Duke's doing the same thing as the Antimacaea.
Maybe so.
That sword, it produced the same phenomenon.
I apologize for that. I had a yawn. You're hungry now for fish and chips? Or just hungry in general? I've eaten, I'm good.
Once before. But then, why was that information lost?
Maybe it's related to the cataclysm, like the way that the Blastia was lost. Why did that become an Imperial treasure?
There are tons of things we don't know about this.
I don't know, but you're my Imperial treasure, Rita.
Settle things here. Right now, rescuing Estelle is our top priority.
I'm not offended by yawns. Well, you should be.
Right. Let's hurry.
It's happening again. Suppressed another one. Oh, this is good. This is fantastic. And the screen's flickering. It's fine. Ooh, mermaid cloak. Oh, we're good on that one, thank you. Almost learned Crucible in Athena, and then he's good for a while. As soon as Flynn learns the minimum half and quarter damage skills, I will then take the weapon off him and unequip those skills. For the sake of learning every skill, I learn it. But it's not a useful skill. It's never been a useful skill for me. Was that a Flynn? Yes, it's a Flynn. What do we got this way? It's such a long dungeon for like almost zero payoff.
From behind?
Oh, great. From behind? You'd know all about that, Yuri, wouldn't you? It's a shame they don't call you Yowie because... Oh, rubbish joke. I get the feeling that's where I meant to go.
I feel like an easy win.
One shot should do.
Place. Everybody in the place! Everybody in the place, London! Everybody in the place! Doesn't quite work if you say, everybody in the haddock! Everybody in the gurnet! Doesn't really work, does it? It's just not the same. Great!
Let us take caution.
Thinking about all the expensive games this year. I'll be able to afford them near the end of the year. Probably be able to afford Judgment when it comes out. You know I'll be all over that shit. I think that's the summer. Animal Crossing, November. Pokemon, probably November. So many great games coming out this year. It's going to be so difficult. I'm not going to have the time to play them all. They're going to come out like... Late October is going to be Halloween. I'm going to be busy. September's going to be busy. November and December are going to be busy. All that for a mithril plate. Oh, what a waste of time. I get the feeling I should definitely stream more like shovelware and stuff. Because, let's be real, my most successful stream in like the last 2 months was the Ice Age 3 stream. Like, I had loads of people turn up for that. Ice Age 3 was really successful. I should probably do more movie-related games like that. Night of the Museum 2 is definitely on the list. Got to think about it, right? Most of your viewers on YouTube are going to be children, because it's mostly children on the platform, right? Children now would have grown up playing games like Ice Age 3. Like games that came out 08, 09, right? So you should really tailor your content on games that were released 08, 09. Shovelware gets quite a bit of attention because of streamers like Vinny Vinesauce, who plays a lot of shovelware. Masakari Cleaver. It doesn't have to be a family-friendly stream. Here's the thing, nobody really wants a family-friendly stream. Parents don't care because they let their kids sit and watch their phones or tablets instead of doing actual parenting. Plays abandonware. Yeah. Well, I had a go at playing some abandonware. I played Playmobil Laura's Happy Adventures. That was fun. That was a fun stream. Hello, Laura. I am your lucky charm. Light up all the facets. Fuck, that game was garbage. Oh, but there's so much fun in playing garbage. And just the thing that really shocks me the most about, like, Playmobil Laura's Happy Adventures was that it came out at a time that PC graphics cards were expensive. And it pretty much required a graphics card to play well. So you had, like, I can understand buying a PC and then fitting it out with a graphics card to play, like, Forsaken and Quake 2 and stuff like that. But buying a PC and fitting it with a graphics card to play Playmobil Laura's Happy Adventures, that humours me so much. In that era, you wouldn't have bought a goddamn super duper graphics card and put it in your PC to run a Playmobil game. That just wouldn't have happened. Yet this game had this super fucking duper graphics card mode. That humoured the hell out of me. Crisis was a lot later than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about back when you would have bought a graphics card to play Quake 2, Forsaken, Chaser, anything from that era. When you're mentioning Crisis, that's more 2007? Maybe at some point I need to play Crisis, because I still got the PC version somewhere. Who am I kidding? It's only available... No, actually, there was an Xbox Live port, wasn't there? I remember that. Don't know if it was any good. $6,000 Gald. Heal bracelet. Yeah, but can it run Crisis? Nowadays, I think Resident Evil 2 makes for a good benchmark. I think Resident Evil 2 is a good one to test it now. Can your PC run Resident Evil 2 with all the settings on? Astal, Estelle. Estelle, Astal. Astal. Asshole? Astal.
How does it feel to face your last moments in the very temple built to worship you?
Fuck off, human.
Wretched human.
Oh, Crysis was a very graphically demanding game, but there's like 8 years difference between the games I was talking about and Crysis. Like, Crysis came out like 8 years after games like Playmobil, Laura's Happy Adventures, and stuff like that. Your PS1 can run Resident Evil 2, but it can't run Resident Evil 2.
Enough! Alexei, please stop this!
Fuck off, Estelle.
If you are so eager to free him from his suffering, why not use your healing arts to comfort him? You're utterly powerless. Alone, you are nothing more than a poisonous blight to this world.
He said it! Insipid poison! He said it!
I'm sure you understand that now.
Hashtag insipid poison.
Lady Estelle!
Estelle! We've come to save you.
You again. What stubborn, misguided fools you all are.
Stubborn? Misguided? Excuse me. Excuse me. There's a co-op around here. Which way?
Yuri, Flynn, all of you. Estelle, we've come to rescue you.
You are incapable of saving this princess. I am her only hope for salvation.
You're the only hope for our world. Affirmative. Andros won't have his way with me. Good luck.
Spare me.
The most glorious moment for any tool is when it is finally used.
Speaking of tools, there's a big one right here. His name's Alexei. Oh wait, he's a big tool, but he's got a really small tool. You know what I'm saying, you fucking grey-haired prick.
Even the poison of this world can be a blessing if used correctly.
He said poison. Hashtag insipid poison.
I can do that. Now, princess, come with me. Without
Come with me. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Oh god, that sounded good. Can you do that again?
Alexei, stop!
Oh, that's a good one too.
Weren't you Entelakea supposed to be masters of this world?
Stop it! Let Estelle go!
You became an apatheia!
Oh, how disappointing. He's dead.
How deadpan.
Smaller than I would have hoped. No matter. It can be used in any number of ways.
Alexei.
Ah, you've come this far. Now, be baptized in the air your dear princess charged with her own hands.
No! Please stop this!
What? What are you doing with that sword? What happened to Duke?
He gave this to us before he took off, and he didn't seem all that worried about you.
What irony. That which I have searched for all these years. That it would arrive at my feet, only when I no longer have a need for it.
Yeah, but isn't that always the way? You find the car keys after you caught the bus. You know what I'm saying? That's life, Alexei.
With the child of the full moon, the apatheia, and my knowledge, De Nomos means nothing to me.
Talk to yourself a lot, huh? Not a good sign. Now shut up and let Estelle go.
Are you certain that is what the princess wants?
Estelle!
Your Highness?
Estelle!
What's going on? Estelle!
Dun 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 dun. Estelle!
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
As long as I'm with you all, I'll only cause you harm. But I want to be with you. I just don't know what I should do.
Say it wasn't you. Alright.
Estelle, pull yourself together.
Forget about that, Estelle. Get over here. If there's something you're unsure about, we'll work it out together.
Yuri. I can't take this.
Now, Mr. Yuri Lowell. Such brash behavior does not befit a young lady's escort. Not very gentlemanly of you at all.
Sorry for my lack of manners. There aren't many gentlemen where I'm from.
That sword is nothing more than an annoyance now. I will rid myself of you here.
I'd like to see you try, asshole.
Yuri, everyone.
Get out of the way!
Sir Schwan!
Who's he?
Captain Schwan.
I thought you always let your knights handle things for you. What's with the change? What is it, Repeat?
I suppose there's no fooling the nose of a dog.
That voice. Wait, Raven?
Not Raven, only Schwan. No Raven, only Zool.
Huh? The old man? What's going on?
This doesn't look like a joke.
One of the Union's most important members is a captain in the Knights?
The first time we met, I didn't think it was possible, but...
Huh. So that's what was going on.
Wait! But what about the Dawn, Raven?
So it wasn't just the Commandant, but you too. Why?
Conversing with you is not one of my duties.
Raven!
We're in a bit of a hurry, so let us through. Wait. You're not really thinking of trying to stop us, are you? What the hell?
Schwan Olterain, first captain of the Imperial Knights. Ready to do battle.
Oh shit! Raven is Sir Schwan! I totally did not see that coming. To be fair, the first time I played this game, that did fucking shock me. Like, big time. I was like, what the fuck?
Many people hate me. You should be like that all the time.
Sorry, this is the last time you'll see it.
Do you despise us now or something?
Feelings don't come into it. I just follow my orders.
I can't let this go. I won't let you do this.
I would expect no less from an opponent. I will face you with the utmost respect.
Really blew my mind the first time. But now it's just sort of like the game made it so obvious in retrospect. They wouldn't have spent so long saying how untrustworthy he looked if it wasn't going to line up to be something. It's like, you know, it's Occam's razor, you know, it's Chekhov's gun. Yes, thank you, Paddy. Oh, fuck. Lemon gel? No, man. It's all about the special gel. Got him. You're dead now, mate. Except he's totally gonna come back later.
Doesn't matter.
matter?
A new skill under my belt!
Hey! What is that?
I would have thought such a blow would be the end of me. Of this cursed body.
What the? Is that a Blastia on his chest?
He's Iron Man!
It's his heart, or rather, a Blastia that has taken its place.
The original was lost 10 years ago.
In the Great War. Conflict and victory were my parents.
I lost my life during that war, but Alexei saw fit to give it back to me with this.
It's hard to believe he'd go that far.
So that must be a Hermes Blastia as well. Why did Baul not notice it then?
I would imagine that is because it isn't powered by air, but by my own life force.
A Blastia powered only by human vitality? No way!
Well, he's a pretty virile old man.
What was that?
Oh no! We're trapped in here!
That would be Alexei. He intends to bury you alive.
But that's crazy. You're still in here.
He couldn't pass up a chance to dispose of that sword, now that it's of no use to him.
So he was using Estelle to lure Duke here. This guy's even more twisted than I thought.
Hey, old man! This is no time to be standing around!
The end has finally arrived for me.
Also, I'm not standing around. I'm clearly fucking sitting.
You never intended to leave this place alive.
Captain Schwan.
Captain Schwing. Captain Schwing of the Sexy Handsome Man Brigade.
Who said you just get to lay down and die right here? Even if all your travels with us were just some joke to you. Are you trying to tell me your anger at the Dawn's death was just an act too? I thought the guilds never quit until the job was done. Wasn't that his dying wish? You go on living until the end.
Man, you really can be a downer sometimes, you know that?
Oh no! Schwan! Such an admirable final act. It would be a shame if all of this was ruined by him, I don't know, living after this.
No!
Wink wink, nudge nudge.
I can't keep this up forever. Get out of here. Oh man!
Captain Schwan!
Alexei's headed for the capital. There, he'll implement the final stages of his plan. The rest, I'll leave in your hands.
Raven! Raven!
Dun 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 dun! Raven!
Carol, come on.
But...
Move!
Come on, Carol.
Must be getting soft in my old age.
Crash, bang, wallop. He dead. He's not going to be in Tales of Vesperia Dawn of the New Age. That's a funny joke, because that's what the Tales of Symphonia sequel was called.
Idiot! So he really was one of us after all. Damn it! You idiot!
Why'd that have to happen? Why?
Look alive, we got a princess that needs rescuing. Now step to it.
Come now. Let's go.
Stuck with another job nobody much wants?
It's nothing. We are actually in a hurry.
The Heracles is gone!
Just like Raven said, they must have left for Zophius already.
Yuri Lowell, what are you doing here? And Captain Flynn too?
LeBlanc, even Tweedle-A and Tweedle-B are here.
And what is a Tweedle? Out with it! Fools! This is not the time for nonsense! What wonderful timing, Captain Flynn! You didn't happen to see Captain Schwan, did you?
Captain Schwan is dead. I killed him myself. Welcome to an impromptu ASMR stream. No, I'm not going to make that joke every time I get in close to the microphone. It's not worth it.
Since he went by himself to coordinate with His Excellency the Commandant. I honestly cannot understand what His Excellency is thinking lately. The Royal Guard won't tell us anything.
Alexei is a traitor and Schwan is dead. Drops mic. Walks away.
We looked all over for him and we finally arrived here, but...
Alexei is on his way to the capital, in Heracles.
Ah, we've just missed him then. And what about Captain Schwan?
Schwan saved us!
Oh, did he now? So then he's aboard the Heracles as well?
He's in the shrine, the deepest part.
What? Wait, you... No, this is not happening. It can't be. What is the meaning of this? Captain Flynn, answer me! Captain Flynn!
Dun 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 dun. Captain Flynn!
We almost died thanks to Alexei.
Oh shit! I've had a subscription. I mean, thank you for subscribing, Francis. Now you're very quickly going to unsubscribe because you subscribed, and I have to do this when people subscribe. So just be aware that you brought this on yourself. It's your fault. Okay, good. Very, very funny. Yahoo! Okay. It's been done. We can now all pretend that it didn't actually happen. So, that's fine. That didn't happen.
The only reason we're standing here
Good thing you got the mask ready. I know, right? I got everything ready.
That man was a true knight.
Alexei apparently has some sort of secret plan for the Empire. And it can't be good. We're going to make sure he doesn't get the chance to carry it out. If you are any kind of knights at all, you won't stand in our way.
But how? How could it have come to this?
Let's go! Ho-ho!
If we don't hurry, the Heracles...
You can go to hell! Mario, go fish!
Let's hurry. I'll call Baul.
I'll save Estelle next time. I swear it. I couldn't stand seeing her hurt more than she already has been.
Rita.
It's Estelle who's suffering. So then why do I hurt so much too?
We'll get
Because you love her!
Yeah, we'll save her. I've had enough of seeing her used as Alexei's puppet.
Volume leveling on the skits is off. The game actually uses a SWF file, a flash file, to display the skits. But the sound streams are stored in a separate stream file, which is loaded on top. I know this because I attempted to take this game apart. Not a lot of success, but I attempted to.
He was rarely seen even among the knights, and it was rumored that all of his missions were top secret.
That's probably because he was engaged in work as Raven.
So, Alexei would even sacrifice his own right-hand man.
Likely because he'd enter the final stages of his plan. Seems the old man was just looking for a place to die. That damn Alexei knew it. and used it to his advantage.
That guy's like a rotting fish.
He sure is. A rotting fish indeed.
None of that matters. Right now, we have to save Estelle. Got it?
Of course.
Right.
Heracles was headed for the capital, right?
It's got to be crossing the ocean. Everyone, keep your eyes open wider than a deep sea fish's so we don't...
I would love to, but basically it looks like items are duplicated. Some things exist in the files more than once. There's 2 textures and they're all garbled. I can't make head nor tail of it. I thought, okay, last ditch attempt, there's a version of Yuri that has like a towel, and you can't usually get it, so I'm going to hack Naked Towel Boy Yuri into the game, right? So I find where the files are stored in the PS3 version. It's like, okay, the file name is 210. I look in the PC version, no Yuri 210. They actually deleted everything that was unused in the console versions from the PC version, yet they padded every file out with like double the space. Why the fuck would you even do that? So I gave up. I gave up. I couldn't be bothered. It was too much effort. I tried.
I can't believe Raven was an Imperial Knight. A captain.
Captain Schwan.
And his body. I guess I didn't know a single thing about him. But he still protected us.
He'd be happy to know you were thinking that. And that's all the more reason we can't turn back now.
Right. He risked his life so we could see this through to the end.
Yeah.
Let's do it! Let's save Estelle!
Yes.
Yeah, Raven, he sacrificed himself. He's not coming back.
We caught up to them.
Raven's dead forever. Not coming back. Okay. Tak, welcome. It's a cutscene. I can drink.
We cannot allow the Heracles or any of the traders aboard it to come any closer to the capital.
Okay.
All hands to battle positions.
Yes, sir.
Sodia?
That's suicide.
No, that's not suicide. That's Sodia.
They're dead if they get too close to Heracles.
That's Sodia, and this is soda. And what are you drinking, ERB? I'm drinking Morrison's Bitter Shandy, no added sugar. It's not real alcohol. It's 0.5 maximum, but it's less than that.
I can't believe they'd be stupid enough to attack it head on. Still, there's no way their fleet stands any chance against that fortress.
Well, if we can't get in from the bottom...
I find it funny that the Bitter Shandy that's 0.5% you can buy, right, out of the fucking supermarket without an age check, but you want to buy non-alcoholic beer that's 0.05%, they ask you for an age check. Just wanted to put that out there.
What? Wait! Let's think this over a little more!
Baul, take us up. Hold on tight or you'll be shaken off.
They're shooting at us!
Baul!
Huh? The artillery fire's erratic?
There! The rear left! It's the only area that isn't shooting!
Okay, that's the spot. Do you think he can get us there?
He's a little hurt that you'd even ask.
Sorry. Alright, it's up to him.
Take us in, Baul.
Yes, Baul.
Let's go.
Tell you something about the way the files are stored in this game. Every instance of where you've got a scene that takes place on the boat, for example, every single instance of that scene has its own boat geometry and boat textures stored. So rather than having one map that it loads up and it puts the objects in a different place, it actually has separate versions of the map for every single cutscene that uses it. This is how much they don't care about optimizing space with this game. That's why this game is so many fucking gigabytes. And then if you imagine, okay, it's not a lot of space to store environment model, character models, and textures all together in one folder. Yeah, it's not going to be a lot of space, even when you consider how many cutscenes there are. But then the PC version has this model padding and this texture padding, so everything's basically duplicated. So you've got duplications on duplications on duplications, and then all of a sudden it makes sense why the game is so fucking large, even though component-wise it's basically the same as the PS3 version that was half the file size.
The Royal Guard's been taken out.
That's why. Because everything is basically duplicated over and over and over again.
So that's why the cannon fire from this section was so weak.
Someone's here.
You never come prepared with a plan, do you? Is brute force the only strategy you know?
Yeah, there's just so much fucking file space padding with this version of the game.
This time it's curtains for you.
You guys again? Don't you ever give up?
The Schwann Brigade. You still gunning for Alexei after everything that's happened?
We knights must do as our pride demands.
Come on, you guys, leave us alone.
Seriously, looking at you guys makes me remember a face that I'm trying hard to forget.
What sort of face do you mean? Must be some poor sap with a pretty ugly mug.
Oh shit, Raven's not really dead.
Raven?
It works even better because I had him equipped with those glasses. So he's come back from the dead and he's wearing smug glasses. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, amazing.
Old man! I'm speechless.
Raven the Great, at your service. What? So happy to see me? Cat's got your tongue?
What are you doing here, old man?
Gee, glad to see you too. All right, men, hold down the fort here.
Sir! Yes, sir!
There, that should do it.
Raven!
Okay, it's up to you guys from here.
How can you say that? There's no way we can trust you.
Don't try to pretend you forgot what you did, old man.
I see. Well then do me a favor and put me down quick.
Hey! What are you trying to prove?
Raven never dies.
I didn't think I cared that much about living. But before I knew it, I was waist deep in all this. If I have to be done in by you guys here, well, there are worse ways I could go.
Now that you've turned on Alexei, your Blastia could be shut down any time. So you might as well die here. Is that what you mean?
I've been a dead man for over 10 years.
So what is a dead guy like yourself doing here anyway? Raven, you came here to settle accounts with us, didn't you? Well, brave Vesperia would be pleased to take care of that for you. Your life belongs to brave Vesperia now. From now on, whether you live or die depends on us. Right?
That's perfect, Yuri.
Love it. He gets so much abuse in this cutscene. It's brilliant.
Thanks, Judith, darling.
It just gets better and better. What was that? That was... For a very brief moment, Patty flickered on screen. Did you see that? For a very brief moment, like a T-posing Patty appeared up against the wall. But it wasn't like for 1 frame, it was like for 4 frames. And then it disappeared. Oh my god, man. It's like the ghost of Eris all over again. This is the church in Midgar all over again. It's an interesting bug. I wonder if that happens in the PS3 version. I'm sure I would have noticed it. I'm sure I would have remembered it.
Guess I'm joining in the fun too.
Brutality. Raven, do you know where Alexei's hiding?
I think he's in the control room.
Yeah, a little flicker.
Let's go then.
So weird.
Alright. You're not allowed to just go dying on us, Raven.
Hashtag definitive edition.
I am relieved that you're alive and well.
Huh? Oh yeah. Well, I managed thanks to LeBlanc and his men. It's pathetic, really.
So it really was you all this time.
Sorry for putting you through all of that. If you want to punch me, I won't complain.
No. I was following the Commandant's orders as well.
I see. Then I guess we both owe a lot to His Excellency the Commandant. How about we go pay him back?
Yes, I'd like that.
Raven earned the Immortal Old Man title and rejoined the party. As in, definitively, this is the best you're getting. Yeah, pretty much.
He lost Flynn. Now he lost you too, Raven. That's gotta hurt the strength of his precious knights.
I don't know. He's still got his own personal royal guard with him, you know. Those guys are fiercely loyal to him. They'll never betray him.
You mean they still trust him? What could they possibly see in that piece of crap?
Well, Alexei wasn't a piece of crap when he got his start.
Huh?
It was his responsibility to bring peace to the world. That's a heavy load for anyone.
That's enough. The less I know about him, the easier I'll cut him.
Now that's the Yuri I know.
Of course, the reason why they went with Flash for these skip files is so that they could size them up to whatever screen resolution you're on. So the skits would always look good no matter what scale they're in. It's really quite clever, the lengths that they went to. Yeah, still the same enemies as usual. Well, don't attack me. How dare you attack me? Why did it do first aid? Oh, I get it. I was like, why did they do first aid on themselves when they didn't receive any damage? They did first aid on their, on the other mage who had already died. That's why. It's like, why are you healing yourself? It's like the spell had already been activated, but the other character had died.
Oh, even you're worried, Rapide. I finally accepted what happened in the grave of that cavern, but I'm still not quite sure. What I should do from here?
I don't know what you need to do, but it's always better to look before you leap.
Oh, were you listening in, Rita?
Asking the advice of a dog isn't gonna help either.
It doesn't bring me closer to a decision, but it makes me feel a little better. Why not try it yourself, Rita?
Maybe another time.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. Why would he?
Yes, Cypher! Cypher! Oh wait, no, different Scyther. And not Scyther from Final Fantasy VIII. AKA the best Final Fantasy, am I right? No, I honestly don't mean that. He's not just a dog, he's got me on his head, yeah. Like a true dog. Was there a save point here? Did I miss it? No. Okay, just making sure. It's a robot!
Don't get careless.
That's right, they're called Murder. I remember that. That's cute.
I'm just getting started.
I actually lost grade points for that. Rubbish. I remember this dungeon being fairly long. Do I really want to go through the whole thing tonight? Not so sure. It is a long dungeon. I might switch to our palette cleanser at the next save point and show off this cool-ass beta and prototype I want to show off that I managed to get working. The game I couldn't show yesterday.
I guess I'll go easy on them.
Blade Murder and Eon Raptor. Eon Raptor, the maker of such flash animations as Metal Gear, awesome. Oh wait, no, that's Ego Raptor, not Eon Raptor. Ego Raptor being the right name, because he's got a fucking ego, that Aaron. Okay, that's good. I got it out of my system. Yes, the palette cleanser. I couldn't play yesterday because I couldn't output from the PC yesterday. By some miracle, I can today, so...
The sign of victory! Yeah. All right!
Hey, that kind of hurt.
I dread to think how much it's going to cut out with the graphical, with the screen turning off while I'm playing that.
That's right. We'll make you pay for how you made us feel.
What's that? Did you and Rita both cry over little old me?
Like I would ever.
Who's gonna cry over you? That word, maybe.
Hey, don't look at me! I wasn't crying.
Not a single tear shed for the old man. I'm simply crushed.
Anyway, we are glad that you're safe, Master Raven.
Flynn, that title isn't natural. Why so formal all of a sudden?
I know it's not normal, but now that I know he's Captain Schwan, calling him Raven just doesn't seem right anymore.
Who cares about a title? Being a knight sounds like a real pain.
Well, you're not wrong there, Patty. Anyway, Schwan's buried in the depths of Bactium, ain't he? The guy standing in front of you is Raven. Just a simple old man.
Understood. I shall endeavor to keep that fact in mind.
If it is a skit that contains the newly recorded audio, the skit is quiet. If it's a skit that contains the old audio, the skit is loud. Why is that? I've totally noticed that. that the volume leveling hasn't been done. Look, I'm not going to shit on this remaster. They have released the best Tales of game 10 years after it came out, with most of the content included. So I can't be mad at them. But, yeah, I have noticed blemishes on an otherwise perfect product. Yes, I have.
Raven and Flynn are both captains of the Knights, but you still don't know much about the Heracles.
That's because Alexei ordered it to be built in absolute secrecy. Many folks of that rank know about that sort of construction.
A lot of people must have known about the Heracles because of what happened in Dongrest. The people involved in the building itself were a handful of extremely skilled workers.
That would explain how they put the thing together so fast.
Why would they need to hide it? I mean, they had enough power to chase off Pharaoh at Dongrest.
Perhaps it wasn't intended for use by the Knights. It may have been built for Alexei's plan from the very beginning.
All that for his personal use? That's some serious abuse of authority.
I know, right?
We have things to do before we can start worrying about that.
Right.
Anything cool back? No, no. Nothing back there. Oh, just a life bottle.
Let's have a good time.
Not bad.
I'm gonna have to tell Patty not to use any arts that can hurt her. There's no way Flynn hasn't learned the minimum and quarter damage skills yet. There's no way. I just mustn't have been paying attention. Yeah. Skills. Flynn. Half damage off, minimum damage, quarter damage off. I worry more about completing all the skills when I generally have time to care about getting all the skills.
So, what do you think about Yuri, Flynn?
He's a true friend.
Even now?
Absolutely.
I see.
Is there something you want to ask?
Nah, that's enough. Sorry to trouble you.
He's really something. He points out Yuri's mistakes, but still calls him a friend.
I guess maybe they're birds of a feather.
Ah, that does make sense. Flynn is Yuri's friend after all.
Just there we go. Don't want to fight. Just want to get past it. No, that's the door. I just can't. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? There we go. No, that's just random air.
Huh? Is this air?
It appears so. Air is flowing through this pipe.
Ain't it dangerous getting so close to it?
This air isn't very thick. It's safe.
But why is air flowing through the Heracles?
It seems that air is what's making this giant contraption work.
It's being supplied with air, without the need for air crane. Wow.
The construction of the Heracles was kept top secret, so I don't know the details of how it works.
Even yours truly hasn't heard anything about the construction. Because I wasn't interested.
Oh man, you're totally useless when we really need you.
Yeah, old man.
The Sorcerer's Ring is glowing.
I saw it do the same thing back in Gasparost.
Yeah, we were together when that happened.
Let me see that.
I've always wanted to hold hands with you, Rita.
Meow.
Aw,
being affected by the air. The interior geometry is changing. Try pointing it at this gate.
Really seems a lot more powerful than it was before. Are you sure that's okay?
If it can destroy everything it shoots, that would definitely be dangerous.
That was a reaction between the air inside the gate and the air that the ring shot. It won't destroy anything and everything. You can relax.
Let's use the Sorcerer's Ring to destroy that gate, too.
The level 3 Sorcerer's Ring.
This ring just keeps getting new abilities.
And you see, this is an old skit, so the volume level on the voices is higher. It's not audio leveled between the skits.
Well,
Definitive
go to
edition.
new places now. That's good, right?
Raven's right. We should go around shooting stuff and look for new places we can get into.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether something will react to the ring or not just by looking at it.
I don't know how I feel about just going around and shooting everything we can.
I like it. It's the manly way to do things.
You like it? Wow! Maybe if I shoot here! How about here? Yeah! I did it! It opened! It opened!
Padlock. Is there a save point in here? Please tell me there's a save point in here. No. Just a holy bottle.
Let's eliminate them.
I don't need to fight willy-nilly at the moment. I'm pretty good for where I am, thanks.
We're done.
Watch out, Raven!
And look, the audio for this one is quieter because it's one of the new ones because it has Flynn in it.
Walk carefully in a place like this.
Is Raven always like that?
Yeah, I'd say he's always like that. Why do you ask?
Well, there's the old man as Raven, and the old man as Captain Schwan. I just wonder which is the real one, that's all.
I'm sure that his actions as Schwan left a much bigger impression on you.
Anyway, you really didn't know that Raven was Schwan this whole time?
I sensed something odd when we first met, but I couldn't equate his personality as Raven with that of Captain Schwan's.
He seemed like a goof-off, you mean?
Who are you calling a goof-off? Kids these days. Whispering nonsense behind an old man's back.
Well, Raven or Schwan, he's still an old man. It's not anything to get worked up over.
Perhaps so.
That was a life bottle that I didn't need. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I just thought something up.
I've learned a new skill. I've thought of something new. A new skill under my belt.
Let's go.
These screen transitions are going to kill me because my monitor turns off. Meanwhile, an enemy is running at me and I can't react to it. Oh, she learned something. It was a skill. Okay. Right, that's everything. Switch back to whatever's strongest. Still not done with Super Chain 5 yet. Fucking hell. What is it? Masakari Cleaver. Yeah, just set him to whatever's strongest. Rita and Rapide are up to date on their skills. Every screen transition is like this now.
I feel like an easy win.
Don't get careless.
I remember being on this dungeon for hours when I was playing the PS3 version. I never was a fan of Heracles. Ever.
We're done.
As far as dungeons go, I was never ever a fan of Heracles. It's just a thing for shortening spells, wasn't it? Yeah, shortens the time that a mage is immobile after casting a spell. It says anyone can equip it, but only so many of the team members are mages.
I feel like an easy win.
One shot should do.
Oh, sharpened rage. Run through that Good job, Spot.
Yeah.
The dog's not called Spot. His name's Rapide. De nomos. De nomos. Still no save point? Seriously? Must be back here somewhere. Actually, I vaguely recall there being one right at the bottom. No, that's a chest.
How feeble looking.
Don't let him trip you up. Smile of wavering.
I'm just getting started.
Oh, I got a sword of some kind. Oh, just a regular knight's sword. Take the elevator's not active until, like, I enable power or something. Oh no. Unless that's not an elevator. Oh, this room has a save point, doesn't it?
That looks like the engine room to me.
There are quite a few of the Royal Guard there.
That sure is some heavy security.
It doesn't look like it'll be too easy to stop it.
It'll be impossible to force our way inside with that many guards. What?
Since when are you so level-headed?
I thought you were going to throw a big fireball and make it go boom.
We've come this far. Don't you think we should be careful not to mess things up?
I think that if we can stop the Heracles, Sodia and her men will be able to get on board.
No matter how big the fish, it'll calm down once you hit it in the head.
Yep, I'll search the control
True.
room.
Raven, do you know where the control room is?
Sorry, that's one thing I don't know.
What if the control room's even more heavily guarded?
In that case, we'll have no choice but to force our way in.
That'd be a war between 7 people, 1 dog, and the entire Royal Guard. Sounds like a lot of trouble.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, what would be fun right now is the ability to save. Oh, locked into a corner.
Hold still. I'll make this quick. We're done.
Come on, I'm not going to have time for the palate cleanser at this point. Who knew it would be so hard to find a floating book? Might have to call the palate cleanser off if it takes that much longer to find a save point. It's just the upstairs of the room I was in before. I remember this puzzle, having to shoot switches to open gates. Oh boy. What is this box used for? I hate this puzzle so much. Ah! Duh. That's right, you have to move boxes onto switches and... yeah. What a load of fucking noise this one is. Well, we probably will have to cancel the palette cleanser because I still haven't found a save point. And we've already started on the next puzzle.
We're done.
Wasn't there a ladder down from that room? Yeah. I'm walking away from the puzzle. It's like, remembering this shit is hurting my head. I always hated this puzzle.
I wanted to ask you about something Yuri said back in Nordopolica.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how Yuri said that he'd kill you if you became a bad person.
Well, that's...
For example, if you became someone that Yuri thought needed to be killed, do you think he'd swing his blade without hesitation? Even if he was facing a precious friend like you?
Yuri isn't the kind of person who can so easily kill others. But if he felt he really needed to, I imagine he'd even kill me.
Really? Do you think he could actually do that?
There was sadness in his eyes, but he was unwavering.
Then it's true. But that kind of determination must be heartbreaking.
Even if it's going to deeply hurt him, I believe he's determined to live the rest of his life with that pain. Yuri possesses just that kind of strength.
You think so?
But if Yuri is going to continue committing crime after crime, then I will have to stop him myself. I earnestly hope that day never comes, though.
Flynn, you're really strong too.
Am I? I don't know about that. But I appreciate you saying so, Patty.
Determined to live the rest of his life with that pain.
Flynn and Patty sitting in a tree. F-U-C-K-I-N-G. Johnny, hello. I feel like an easy win. How's it going? No, no way! No, no way!
They know each other.
Right. Fuck you! Nice one. Come on, give me a save point. I have to bring that up. Yeah, that's the last one, and I have to activate the computer to get it to come up. Spent my day dealing with literal shit. Fair enough. I'm not going to ask for context. That would be a fecal matter.
We're done.
Aha, 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 aha. That was a joke.
It's an ambush! This is awesome!
It's an ambush. Yeah, that's an Eon Raptor. I've done those. I see what you did there. Yes, I know. Such toilet humor.
Was I a little hard on you?
It's an ambush. This is awesome! Yeah, I think they say this is awesome because it changes up the party, but they didn't quite make that obvious from the English translation that's why. Alright, the controls for the Blastia freight lift are locked. Yes, I gather that. What am I going to do about it? There's not much I can do about it. I can go down here, can't I? Wonder if there's anything down here I could know. It's just a blocked off area. I vaguely recall hating this bullshit puzzle. There'd be no reason for me to shoot another one of these down, because I've done this one. Yeah. Ooh, ladder. Yep, nothing useful here. Can't reach that. Where does this go? Apart from to another glitchy transition. Oh! That did a thing. Cool. That's how we do it. This is how we do it.
I'll take him out. Let's party!
Let's party! I remember once I was trying to play Borderlands 2 with one of my brother's friends over the internet, and I was falling asleep during it. I kind of feel like that now, but it was funny because we were in like the Handsome Jack capital, you know, the place that's like fucking made of gold. And I just kept falling asleep, and he's like, "Are you sure you're up to this?" I'm like, yeah. Matt, are you sure you're up to this? Yeah. You didn't respond for like the last 2 minutes. You've just been standing there. It's like, yeah, I got this. It's fine. The next save point will seriously be a lifesaver. Got it. Right, there's the elevator controls, so I need to deal with that now. Up, 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 up. Yeah, I just must be pretty blind. That just must be what it is. Like, I've probably missed some... Look, there's one there. So now we know that if I finish this puzzle, I get one. Okay, that's fine. I shall do as I promised, and I will show you this this awesome palette cleanser, even though it's getting late. Because we got a save point right here, so I'll finish the puzzle, save at the save point, and then I'll show off this this palette cleanser. Even though it's late, I will show off this this game I want to show. This prototype unreleased platformer / brawler for the original Xbox. And it turns out I was doing some research. It was going to come out for PS2 and GameCube as well. Or at least they had plans to release builds for those consoles. So really, it's quite fascinating altogether. Can I bring a chest from up? Surely not. No. There's definitely something left for this elevator that I remember being really shitty. Oh. Yes, I remember now. I remember this. I'm like, but how do I shoot? It's like, no, you don't shoot. You don't need to shoot. Shoot is overcomplicated. Just need to push. Got it. How did you find this game? What, the prototype that I'm going to show off, or Tales of Vesperia? I found Tales of Vesperia on Steam. If you're talking about this prototype, I found it on the Internet Archive. Amazing website. Loads of awesome stuff preserved on there. I presume one of the original developers uploaded it to Internet Archive. Given the private nature of the build. Alright, so I'm going to quickly set that up. Couple of seconds tops. Need to actually unplug the Switch controller that I'm using for the Tales of Vesperia. Switch back to the PlayStation 4 controller. Because this is the one I was using earlier to play the demo. Using a controller, please run Steam in big picture mode. How about no, Scott? I'm unsure what the volume level of this is going to work out at. So this is a little something called Crank the Weasel, which was being developed, I presume, for Xbox, GameCube, PS2, and PC. I know that this is the PC build because I'm playing it on my PC, duh. But also because all the interface and everything is PC based. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Just sort of no. Find best video mode. Using a Switch controller to control a PS4 game on PC on Steam. Yes, because technology is like that. It's taking a while to display this on my screen. Oh, I see. You're getting it and I'm not. Because the resolution is not friendly. Okay. There are solutions. I can't do much with the HDMI cable as it is, but there are a couple of things I can do. Number one, change the port that it's plugged into on the TV. 2, unplug the TV. Cuphead alike? No, not really. Oh god! That is such a fun little graphical fuck. Everything's coming up yellow. Ooh, I've upset something. I wonder if that'll even show for you guys. Oh, you can see it, but I can't. Okay, that's a fun one. Okay, I can see it again. Weird, weird, weird. Weird, weird, weird. Let's try it one more time with this video mode. See if it responds now. Is it a Cuphead alike? Yes, sort of. Yeah, it's not displaying for me because of the full screen. You can see it, but I can't. Okay, this is a fun one. There are solutions to this. I had a stream for you. For everything you do. And it was mediocre. Your skin has nothing to do with this. Your skin. Right, configure. Find best video mode. No. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to go full screen for you. So we can actually see this. Right. That's fun. Configure controls. Input devices. Microsoft PC controller. Hardware map. Nice. Okay. Do I really not have another controller to hand? I usually have my PlayStation 3 controller, which I map to Xbox buttons. I don't know where that is now. If I knew where that was, maybe I could do something about it. Not a clue. Normally I leave this stuff where I can put my hands on it. The thing is, this doesn't actually support a keyboard and mouse. This build. It only supports a game controller. Tap, 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 tap. Nothing. It's alright. It might be possible that since I've set Steam to use PlayStation 4 controllers, it's fucked with everything else. So I'm going to disable that in Steam, unplug the controller, plug the controller back in, and see if I can get a result that way. See if it'll now see it as just a hardware controller. I think it will, you know. I think that's what fucked it. Nope. This hardware map. Weird, weird, weird. I was so excited to fucking show this to you as well. Don't see the controller on the desk. It's times like these it would help to actually have a USB gamepad, like an Xbox 360 one. But I think all my 360 pads are wireless. Technical difficulties, the stream. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. I don't know where my controller has gone. I very much doubt the Switch controller is going to talk to the PC in the right way to be counted as a gamepad. So this might be... we might have to postpone the showing of Crank the Weasel. You see, the thing is, if I don't, like, show this game off, some other streamer who's bigger than me is going to show it off. And then that's it. Like, I've lost my opportunity to show it. I know, I could play it through Steam by adding it to Steam and playing it with a Switch controller. Ho ho ho! Delightfully devilish, Seymour. No, what? Why Steam? Why? Show us some steamed weasels. Steamed weasels. Old family recipe. Oh, I see. I got distracted there. Right. If I add it to Steam as a game, add non-Steam game to my library, browse, direct to the folder where it is. There's no reason why this would work, by the way. Work. No. For some reason, my Switch controller is doing things when I move the analog stick that I don't think it's meant to be doing. Right. That's not working. But we all knew it wouldn't work. 'Cause I'm on the spot, like. When you're on the spot, nothing works. Oh, it's an interesting crash. Still gonna do the palette cleanser. I'm not so sure. I mean, I can show you this game running, but the unfortunate thing is I can't control it. What? Okay, or I can. Okay. Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth, shall we? Hallelujah. Okay. It's working. This. Fuck knows how. But okay. This is Crank the Weasel. Right, L1, that's it. L1 to punch. Okay, this is nothing like what I was expecting. It's nothing like what anybody was expecting. The volume seems a bit loud. I'm going to crank that weasel just a little bit lower. So this is a fairly early build from what I understand. There's a lot of collision issues. Like I could just drop right through here. But I'll go back onto the road. I was playing this briefly a little bit before work yesterday. Just to prove that I could run it. With the plan of streaming it after work yesterday. Of course, that didn't happen, but we're streaming it now. I'll try to explain everything we're experiencing as we do. It's like a platformer with a combat focus. When you attack enemies, you sort of lock onto them. Your in-game health is indicated by the amount of stuff you're carrying and the value of it. As you can see, I can pick up stuff that's been dropped by enemies. And I can get hit and drop it all. Lovely. It's very hard to completely describe what the hell is going on in this. There's a lot of collision issues, as you can see. There's a lot of walls you can run straight through. It's a fairly early build. You've got other playable characters are just sitting around in the map doing nothing. I think at this point in development they must have existed somewhere in the game world even if they weren't in use. Which is why they're sitting in like alleyways doing nothing. The only AI on enemies seems to be on the small dog enemies that are running around that you can beat up. Objects you can't really interact with. There's like a lot of detail in this that it's really kind of special. It's really kind of nice looking. We have screenshots from later in the game's development than this, but I don't have any of those, like, well, I was about to say I don't have any of those in-game assets, but I do. I have them in Maya format. Won myself a copy of Code Veronica for the Dreamcast. Oh, congratulations, that's awesome. I do actually have a lot of this game's assets in Maya format. Because the person who uploaded this prototype to the internet also uploaded a load of Maya project files, which was very kind of them. Little things I like. When you're on this staircase, you can only move left and right. And the camera sort of pans onto it, so you don't go running off. That's quite nice. Little texturing error on the ladder. It's invisible. A lot of this stuff, of course, would have been fixed. Chances are they wouldn't have even used this map. They wouldn't have even kept it. That's my theory. They wouldn't have had any need to. There's a lot of missing geometry in this map. Enemy AI is interesting because they can sort of follow you and warp to where you are. Voodoo glow skulls. We'll take a good look at the environment in a minute because you can actually toggle some things on and off in this demo, like enemy AI if you don't want them running around punching you. But you can also activate a free camera, and at which point enemies can't fuck with you anyway. Here's another one of the playable characters. This is Kong. But again, I can't do anything with him because he, as far as I understand it, he has to exist in the game world somewhere for the game to be happy. As I beat up enemies, they drop all the shit they're carrying, and then I can pick it up. I'm not sure how the money components of this would have worked. Yeah, I would have bought this game. This game looks like it would have been my sort of thing. There was a very adult humour to it, actually. As we'll see when we start exploring the environment. So it turns out there's a free camera, and it didn't take me long to figure out how to activate the free camera in this demo. It's not very easy to use, but you get the hang of it eventually. This would have been used during development to take screenshots, or like if you're playing a game in a world where violence is king, and the camera swoops around for the trailer. You know, so that's what a camera like this would have been used for. But I'm going to use this camera to get a little look at the environment in a way that we can't when we're just running around it. Oh, the enemies found me and they're beating me up. How do I move back? Oh, fuck. You literally glitched through the wall to fight me. Yakko Warner lookalikes. Well, yeah, they're based on that old cartoon style, aren't they? Like, they're meant to look like old, I guess Looney Tunes. No, not Looney Tunes. There's no Looney Tunes vibe to these. Anyway, let's get out of the way. But they can't beat me up. Get a proper look. Fights! Girls! Booze! Yeah, this game had a very particular... God, the camera's fucking broken. There's... Where you can't see in-game, there's actually a constellation of a naked lady in the sky. That's nice. You can tell that was the vibe this game was going for. Very, like, immediately what springs to mind is, like, Ritz the Cat and stuff like that. Yeah, buildings upon buildings. Like, the sky really paints this dystopia theme to the way it looks. Like, it's meant to be a run-down, shitty future. I'm actually curious about something in the geometry there. It looked like they just, like, stuck upside down... Yeah, just stuck an upside-down archway there. With a glitchy texture and everything. I guess they weren't... That this map wasn't meant to be kept, like it was just for testing. That's the feeling I get. Because it seems to be in an old map format. The other assets I have aren't in this format. They're in, like, a different format. TV's nice. Going out of business sale. Sure, that's intentional. Hello, nurse. New Diablito. Wonder if this was set in hell. Sale, box of eyeballs, voodoo glow skulls. I wonder, even if this was a map that they weren't intending to keep, it's probably made from assets that were intended for the game. Because they wouldn't go to all the effort of, like, making storefronts like this if they're not going to use them. In fact, I think there's a repeat of the door to the left again in the map elsewhere. But yeah, if you wanna fuck around with this demo yourself, it's actually on the Internet Archive. It's pretty easy to find. But it's fascinating to know that this was a game that was in development. I'm curious about its history, truly. I wonder if anyone like Unseen64 or whatever has done like a video on it. Rat thinks. Monday night, Blind Willy Mole, Sweet Mama Bear, and Badass Monkey. Backstreet Boys. The Backstreet Boys. Oh, I love it. That's good. That's some quality comedy right there. Is that a glitchy vertice? No, that's meant to be there. That's sort of like a rope. What's it connected to? Top of that building. Oh, I see. It's for like cars and stuff. For like oh, something's got my attention. The rusty nut. Oh shit! I kind of got a bit too close to it. I gotta remember, like, it doesn't stop moving when I let go. Grand opening. It sort of continues to move for a while. Like it accelerates like a car, this camera. I think it's so they could do like sweeping shots in trailers. Like this. Rutting time, mongoose versus cobra mating dance. Yeah, this game had a very adult sense of humor, from what I gather. It's interesting. Was this textured on the inside, or have they just flipped the normals? Yeah, they just flipped the normals. So it's not really textured on the inside, it's just both sides are flipped. Yeah, because there's the voodoo shop repeated, so this was just like a quick test thing. So this isn't everything that this demo has to offer, because we can actually do a lot of things with this demo. For example, we can actually pick our playable character. So we could be one of the dogs. Each character has its own physics, its own combat ability, attack strength. You can see that he's faster. So I'm not sure whether they actually intended to have multiple characters or not. But, yeah, because he doesn't have a climbing animation, so perhaps not. But at the same time, they could have had multiple characters if they wanted to. Like, there's nothing theoretically stopping them during development adding a climbing animation for the Mauser. Whatever his name is. But basically everybody's playable to a certain extent, which is quite a pleasant surprise, actually. Stop beating me up. Yeah, I can be one of the dogs and get beaten up like a loser. Got meat in there. T-bone steaks. Sorry, closed. Beats Meats butcher shop. Can't jump on the awning. I was hoping I could jump on the awning. So I haven't actually tested every character. I basically tested Weasel and the Devil when I was just messing around on my own. So playing as the dog now is kind of new to me and a pleasant surprise, actually. So I didn't know you could play as one of these. But his jumping skill isn't great. You can't beat our meat. No, you can only beat your own meat. And the meat of other people who let you beat their meat. It is kind of weird hearing, like, the sounds of little dogs beating each other up. The rusty nut doesn't even have any texture, which is nice. Where did I want to go? Where was it I was looking at? Can't get in there. So there's actually even more cool things we can do with this demo. For example, we can disable the AI. Hopefully that should allow us to explore this map without getting bothered by the enemy. Even though we can disable them, we can still beat them up and take their shit. But now we can explore in peace. Which also means we can now use the free camera in peace as well. I don't get the feeling you were ever meant to play as this dog, though. Because he's missing a lot of the animations that Weasel has. Welcome to an ongoing series where we take the camera anywhere we want and try to find secrets and discoveries in some of our favorite games. And today we'll be looking at an unreleased game, a first on this show. Not a first on this live stream. I've played a lot of unreleased games over the years. Anyway, here's a bit of an outside view. You can see where cars disappear and then respawn in. Typical developer trick, as you well know. Now with ladders on that building, it makes me think I can get up to the top of it. Dodgy. Oh, doggy. I see. Including Sucks the Cat, yeah. You should stream with an American accent on April Fool's Day. My American accents aren't really American accents, though, unless I go full-on Ruby Wax. You know, then it's an American accent, but it's a really obnoxious, annoying one. I'm not sure anybody would want to hang around for 2 hours of an RUBYWAX. I tried getting the other builds working and I couldn't. They're missing a lot of DLL files. However, I have the DLL files. So I'm going to attempt to get these other protos of Crank the Weasel to work. They probably won't. If they do, I don't know what kind of control format they're looking for. So this will be fun. There's a huge chance that these won't work at all. Oh, this isn't a... Oh. This isn't... Oh. No. This isn't a... This isn't a build of the game. This is a builder for the game. This is a builder for the game. Made by... Oh, wrong screen. This is a builder for the game made by Midway. For Midway's engine. I guess the original name of this game before they picked Crank the Weasel was Freaky. About Cockpit 2. Cockpit TM Game Control Panel version 2.3 build 151. Copyright 2000 Infinity and beyond. Midway Cockfights Inc. What? Written by Jason Gregory, Andrew Silber. So this is like the full-on building program that they would have been developing this game in. It's missing a fuck ton of objects though. Stuff that it thinks it knows where to find and then it can't. So Game Freaky, Game Weasel. That's cool though. Useless to me, but cool. So if I go into build. Oh yeah, this was the issue I had earlier. MFC42D.LLL, MFC, a whole bunch of missing X's. It's looking for a master file, and I don't have anything by the file type it's looking for. Code execution, I'm missing another DLL. Don't know where it goes. I can show you some of the screens and artwork that we have. Here I actually have textures for everything in the harbour area. I don't have the models for the harbour area, but I have literally every texture, including high-res versions for, I presume, the Xbox port, and unused textures as well. Somebody who worked on the project backed all this shit up. Jump. Loot. Oh, these are all the things that the enemies were dropping. What about the other one? Levels. MB. Isn't that Maya format? If that's Maya format, I might be able to download, install Maya, and view these. Sorry, you can't actually see the window. .mb, I'm pretty sure that's Maya format. In which case, yeah, I can download and install Maya and load up the in-game maps and take a look at them. That is a fun idea. So we actually have screenshots from the game's development. We can see here the classic Xbox HUD from where this was being developed with classic Xbox in mind. This is an area that we didn't have access to. This is Harbour. This is the area I've got the 3D models for and I've got the textures. But we can't actually explore it because we don't have it in a playable form. But man, this game looks so good. I would have bought this. If it had come out, if it had been developed, yeah, I would have bought this. Getting a real Whiplash feel from it. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have played this if it had come out. Yeah, OG Xbox for definite. I believe PC. But I'll show you something interesting. So we know for definite that this was going to be on Xbox. But something humoured me. Let's see if I can get it up. Is it? No, it's not that. Where was it? There was something I opened up and it mentioned other formats. No, Weasel just crashes. There was somewhere where it gave me mention of other systems. Where was it? It was something. That made me think that they might be bringing this to other platforms. No, that still crashes. In 32 debug. Test builds. No master file. Ah, here we are. So, PASM Weasel. You see here, it actually lists PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube. Which is why I believe that this was going to come out on all the consoles. Now, it could just be that this development environment allowed people to make a game and port it across various platforms. But then again, it is interesting that this tool supports that. And I'm sure that if you had built a project, again, Midway Home Entertainment, was this being developed by Midway? Was this being developed like in-house by Midway? PASM version 2.01, 2001-2002, Midway Home Entertainment. I would have thought that if you have a version of the program that specifically has in its title the name of the game, then surely you would not have these checkboxes based on whether or not you're going to have it on that system or not. So in which case it would just have Xbox there if it was going to be Xbox exclusive. I'm curious. I'm going to actually look into this. I'm going to do some digging, and at some point in the future find out and say what platforms that this was going to be on. Actually do some digging. Maybe see if I can get in touch with people who worked on the game, because I'm curious about this. Found this prototype completely by random on the Internet Archive and was just so blown aback by its quality that I just had to show it off. It's made a good palate cleanser. It's helped clear my head after Tales of Vesperia. So I'm gonna actually close the stream off here now because I'm a bit tired. But I hope your curiosity has been piqued by the existence of Weasel. It's certainly an interesting little prototype, Crank the Weasel, and we now know perhaps possibly it was called Freaky at some point. I'm not sure about that one. It might be that there was more than one game in development by this team, and one of them was called Freaky, and the files have been sort of mushed around when they've been preserved. That's entirely possible as well. I mean, take for instance, there's a good example of this happening. The Sonic 2 beta cartridge that was released by Simon Y on the internet way back when. On that Sonic 2 beta cartridge, you can find graphics from Cheeky Cheeky Boys and from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist. And, of course, the Hyperstone Heist and Cheeky Cheeky Boys weren't developed by Sonic Team. The reason why those graphics are on that cartridge is because it would have been a development cartridge that was wiped and then used by another company, or there were elements in the development toolkit that were left over. So just because we've got files in here that say Freaky doesn't mean that at some point Crank the Weasel was called Freaky. I don't think we can extrapolate that, because there's always contamination when it comes to game development. It's why you'll always find the Yoshi sound effect in like most Nintendo DS games. It's because it exists in the Nintendo SDK. So when you're poking through Diddy Kong Racing on DS and you're like, a Yoshi sound effect, does that mean that Yoshi was going to be playable in in Diddy Kong Racing on Nintendo DS? Probably not. It's probably just a leftover from the SDK. Alright, without further ado, because it's nighttime and I want to go sleep. I want to go sleepy, it's almost 1 AM. Until next time, if we live that long.
I can't stop.